Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Sam. I'm going to be diving into the fuel kit, the rest of it going from filter to rail. So I have a whole kit from RADIUM, and I also have an APE flex fuel kit. So first thing is first, before diving into some project like this, you want to make sure you have all the parts and all the lines. So just verified all of that. So this is how I have mine set up. So we go from the fuel pump to the swivel line, to an adapter, to the filter. Then you have a pressure gauge there, you have your return there. You'll be able to set the PSI and have vacuum reference there. And then off of that, you have your high pressure out, which will be going to this line by APE, going into their sensor, going into another line by APE, and then it will be turning to this 90. Off of this 90, I'm not sure if I want to stay with this 90 or if I want to adapt it to a straight line yet. I may just do a straight line just to make it a little easier. But off of this, then you start getting closer to the rail. So this is where that 90 connects to. And then you take the line, goes to another 90, and then you have your rail right here. Beautiful rail. And then you have your pressure gauge right there, so then I can make sure that my pressure is good all the way at the rail, as well as the regulator. So on top of the flex fuel kit, you also have your wiring for the flex fuel kit. So you have all the stuff for every injector when it goes in between all the pigtails, and you have it connected to the control box. And you have a ground wire, and then you have another line that'll connect all the way by itself, and this will actually connect to the sensor itself. So now that I have everything, what we're going to do is we're going to start diving in. I'm going to go into the car, we're going to pull the fuel regulator out and filter, and then we're going to check it out and start replacing everything, sleeving the filters, so then we can get it back in the bracket and everything. So yeah, here we go. We're going to go in here, we're going to undo the fuel filter, or the fuel pump. Just gonna pull that out. There it goes. All right, set that aside. For example, why having an anti-gravity battery is so cool. So we're in the car, it's dead, and now we're not. Let's see, a jump start feature. Fuel pump is pulled. Cool, we're good. All right, so now I'm under the car. This is where the fuel filter is. You can see it's kind of midway on the car, maybe a little bit more than midway. So these are two 8 mils. We're gonna take these off. Hopefully I don't get hit in the face with a bunch of crap. Looks like I may not need all that line, because I thought it was a lot shorter or longer of a run. All right, get that out of the way. Looks like we have a couple more right there. Come to me, get drag. Right. I need to clean all this up. Anyway, 2 more right there. All right, we're here. Let's set you down. Yeah, you can see. Okay. We're just gonna go in ahead and we're just gonna get up real close. Oop. All right, not that much fuel's leaking out. I'm sure it'll pop once. There we go. Just let all that drain out. Cool. Just connect the vacuum line. Slowly. Okay. That's all that one. I want to take that one off. This, well, shit. This little one right here. Let's see. Can I get at it with a flat head? Is that a flat head one? Yes. So this should be the return. Okay, that's loose. Okay, so idea. I'm gonna take this 10 mil off, lower everything, and then all the fuel should drain out. So I believe it's a 10. Let's find out. I need an extension. Where's my extension? Was it an 8? Nope. Okay, there's one side. And then there's another side, right? No, maybe not. Alright. We're just gonna slowly. Got it? Cool. Now that that's off, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our other side off. This one. And the same thing as before. Alright, so I found using a wrench works pretty well. Oh, I'm leaking fuel all over the fucking floor. God damn it. I'm gonna use one of these buddies. I think this one will be the one that'll fit it. All right, we got it off. Now, I just want to work on this thing. I don't want to cut this off, but I just might have to. Let's see if we cut it just a little bit, if we can. Let's see if we can get it off now. Oh, I see, it's a thick barb. They're coming off. Oh, there it is. All right, we're gonna let that drain. We're gonna take this with us to the table. All right, so that drain was getting pretty ridiculous. Got a bunch of fuel. So I slowed it down. Hopefully it stays slow. Couldn't really get it to stop without squeezing the line too much, but this should be okay. As you can see, these are not the same size. We're gonna match them bar bend to bar bend, and they come out pretty close. They do come out pretty close. So what we're gonna do, since that line over there is still leaking fuel everywhere or into the bucket, we're gonna be tightening all this up real quick, and then we're gonna be slapping it in. So first things first, take everything apart. I have an RAN wrenches that I got off Amazon, so they're aluminum, so they should be able to work for what we got here. So on the lines, good and tight. It should slip in with no issues. So tighten it till it bottoms out. They're both bottomed out, and this guy's bottomed out as well. So that's all good. Next, we're gonna move onto the filter side. Go here. I'm just gonna lube these up threads real quick. Get that in. Lube up this one a little bit. Get that in. I'm going to take both of these. We're first going to go good. These go all the way to friggin' 16. Pretty big boys. Good. Okay, so we got our inlet right there. Inlet right there. Loop up that. O-ring. Cool. Drop that in. Bottom it out. Good. Cool. So now our inlet's built to the filter. Regulator's almost built. We're going to take this fuel gauge off. We're going to lube up this line. Good. Stick that on in there. Spider! Can't have spiders when we're dealing with this shit. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this into here on the high pressure in side. It's already been lubed. So we're going to go on the other one. Put that in just like so. That's on. And this one doesn't need any lube. We're going to throw this barb on next. For the return. Cool. I'll throw this guy on. Looks like our gauge is gonna go that way. Okay, this is tighten finger tight. And then another turn or few with a wrench. It's an 11 mil wrench. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it until the PSI is back up to the top. Cool. So now that is perfectly straight. Just like so. Alright, cool. So now we're going to go back to the car. We're going to wipe this off real quick. We'll go back to the car and start putting everything in. So you have everything, yes. Cool. It wants you to remove rubber sleeve from OEM fuel filter and make a single cut down its length. And then just slide it. This one. I want to say it came with a new one. This one. There it goes. Brand new. We're going to clean this off a little bit. Crazy what a little bit of degreaser will do. I'll slide that over, just like so, and that'll be ready to put back in. Quick note about this vacuum line. I turned it a little bit. I turned it one position over so it faces down instead of up. You can kind of see the inside workings. It kind of works like a blow-off valve. Same principle, you have your vacuum reference and then the diaphragm will move up and down. So when you do this, if you take it off, you want to make sure you hold it together so it doesn't fly everywhere. And then, yeah, I've had that happen when I did my blow-off valve, took it apart and redid it, and it freaking flew all over the place. So yeah, go ahead and do that slowly, hold it, and then you just have to turn it, and then once the holes line back up, you push down one side, start one, go to the opposite side, start the other. So you can see I have 3 in right now because I just started it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue putting this in. And it's a 5/64 size Allen head. You just want to get it go around in a kind of a star pattern like you would with wheels. And just make sure that it sits flush. I'm going to go ahead and put the other one back in. Alright, now we're gonna get under the car. Yeah, so this line is still leaking. This is the return line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop that one into place. Alright, got our other sleeve here. This one's a lot smaller. This one might fit better. That's a hard rubber. This one is a softer foam. Go like that. And you onto there. Oh, that's a lot more snug. There we go. Okay. That's on there. We're gonna take this 10 mil. Start it just so it doesn't come off. Cool. All right, so now that that's all together, we're going to take our vacuum line, connect that just like so. We're not going to do this line because I'm going to be replacing it. Okay, now this line right here, as you can see, is super long, so we can actually cut it a good amount. move the sleeving over, and we are going to measure it. About there. Give a little cut. Okay. Oh, where did that go? Good. That line is cut. It's going to perform really good too, hopefully. I use the same vice grip. Try. Oh shoot! Where'd you start coming out of? Okay. There it goes. All right. So now, as you can see, that is nice and flush on that, and we should be able to just tighten that up now. And yeah, it won't come off, not too tight, and that's it. That is a completed fuel filter. So we adapted, went to the filter, fuel pressure regulator, and then controlling the fuel pressure. It's all really easily accessible. And then this line will go right here, and then we will run it. We have to put the adapter in, and the flex fuel sensor, and we're gonna run it all the way up to the rail. Sweet. All right, guys, I let it sit for about an hour and a half, and it's not dripping anymore. So I'm just gonna leave the bucket under there. Got all the fuel out of it and put it back in the tank. But we're gonna leave that bucket there for a little bit, just in case if it starts coming out again. We're actually gonna leave that disconnected. I'm probably gonna reconnect the fuel feed line into the fuel pressure regulator, because I was looking at everything and there's not really a good way to explain it without getting in there. So I'm just gonna crawl under here real quick. Okay. So after it comes off the fuel pressure regulator, I want to install the 85 kit. So the short hose goes to the fuel pressure regulator. So we're gonna have to put that up like this. But the thing about it, with this being an SMG car, of course, is that I have all these lines for the SMG system. And I don't know if you can see that back there, but there's a little area. Let me grab my phone so I can get a little flashlight going. Okay, so there's a little white clip that the fuel line connects to, and it's behind all four connectors to the SMG. I want to do the SMG relocation kit from Burkhart, so we're going to be taking a lot of the stuff out of this area of the engine anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reconnect this real quick, just in case. Vacuum line, cool. So that goes on just like that. And then the vacuum line comes around just like that. Good. Cool. So now that's all reconnected. I'm not going to be running the car or anything crazy for the time being. I want to get all the rest of this figured out. So I'm going to be ordering that kit here in hopefully soon. Send a couple emails and get a kit to me soon. Other than that, we're going to be going over some other stuff. I'd like to tear apart the whole front end. I need to redo the radiator support because on the side, on the top, it's stripped and the radiator is not sitting correctly. And then while I was under here, I found this, which is a very tiny leak. So I'm gonna see what's going on with that as well. I did get, when I got my rod bearings done, I had them replace all the gaskets anyway, and then I bought a whole new oil level unit and all that stuff. But it looks like this little plate is starting to leak, so we're gonna have to get in there and replace that so I'm not leaking oil. All right, yeah, that's everything. Hope you learned some stuff about this kit and how it all goes together. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. The car's down until probably April once it starts snowing here in Wisconsin. But yeah, whatever you guys want to see, let me know. Thanks.